cotton in that it doesn't mold and mildew. It holds its shape better than cotton. It's very inexpensive to make, and we make a lot of it in the United States. Tons and tons of it every year. The bad news is when it catches fire. This is polyester batting. It's serving a couple purposes. Polyester doesn't smolder, so if you dropped a cigarette on this, it shouldn't smolder and ignite. Polyurethane foam does smolder, but it's also to help them slip the cover onto the, if you feel the polyurethane, it's kind of sticky, and this helps it slide. Helps the polyester microfiber slide. I know we have some people that are environmentally conscious, so this is a good thing going on for our environmental folks. The polyester batting that you saw in here was white in color. There's many ways that you can make polyester.
Did you buy a new sofa for this?
Yes. So, I mean, this is the thing. This is what's out there. If you go buy a sofa and you're not spending $1,000, you're definitely buying this in some form. If you're spending more than $1,000, you still could be buying this. You know, I don't know guarantee. But this is the polyester fiber, and it's called by the manufacturer, they call it Harvest, because it's not made from crude oil, folks. We don't rely on foreign oil to make this at all. We make this right here at home out of soybean oil. Huh. What do you think the heat release rate difference is between crude oil and soybean oil? Not all that much, huh? Well, we'll see. So the good news is we're trying to be more sustainable, more environmentally friendly, but I think this stuff's still going to burn pretty well. All the back cushions are filled with this. If you want to
Really?
pass that around.
Who makes this?
So Katrina, we had a hurricane a number of years ago, Katrina. So from the polyurethane foam folks, this is what they told us, that Katrina shut down the oil refineries on the Gulf Coast and increased the cost of making polyurethane foam. That in turn changed the design of furniture that's still an impact this day. They use a lot more polyester batting in the back cushions and not so much. They used to use polyurethane in the back cushions. Now it's all polyester batting because we like it that way, really. So it makes it lighter weight, easier to ship. That sofa weighs 100 pounds. So you watch what that 100 pounds of fuel does when it's burning inside this room.
So just to be clear, the goal here is not to terrify all of you. It is to share a little bit of reality and share the importance of, we all have that in our homes, and we're going to have it in our homes, which is why you also need those things in your homes.
So now, do you get any information out of the smoke detectors, or is that just for common relief?
No, I mean, we want to know when they activate.
Oh, okay.
So there are two different types of smoke detectors. So in 2020, a new UL standard's going in place that if you are a manufacturer and you want to have a smoke alarm listed, it's got to be a neural network. So there's no more going to be a choice between ionization or photoelectric. It's going to be a combination of things that's working to improve the detection of the fire and reduce false alarms. So that's sort of the bonus coming out of there. And the reason for the terrifying thing is, what's the best way not to have a fire, right? Prevention, right? Be careful with open flames, be careful with smoking in the house, all those kind of things. That's where it's really got to start if we want to be successful. Everything else is now plan B.
You want to talk about the electric fan?
Sure.
That's what I would.
So we're gonna light the sofa on fire with a book of matches that has a nichrome wire wrapped into it. We're gonna apply some electricity to it. It's gonna glow red. We're turning that electric energy into heat energy. It's gonna ignite the book of matches and start the sofa on fire.
So one of the things in science as we do these things is repeatability. And this is something that is incredibly repeatable. We can light the fire the same way every time, and we can also do it from a safe location. So Joey will push a button back there, which will ignite this, and then you can imagine lighting buildings on fire and stuff like that. We don't want to be putting people in there to make them part of it. We want to be able to do it remotely.
Unless somebody else really wants to push the button.
Really long fireplace matches.
And we left the room, we didn't paint the room, we did that on purpose. Those of you that have been through the Explore Labs, you'll see a room that is basically walls with spackling. And the reason there was not to terrify people that, hey, this is your house, and make it look like a laboratory environment. So we left it that way for you here as well.
No one
The carpet again is polypropylene, like you saw earlier, but this particular blend, it's new to me as of yesterday, is made of recycled milk containers. The polyethylene milk containers, they recycle it, so it doesn't have a backing on it, which is interesting. And then we have polyurethane foam padding underneath, which is very common.
Which is all typically recycled from other things.
Yeah, they call it rebond, so it's chopped up polyurethane foam that's glued together.
Huh.
So with that, if we have you step behind where the camera is, and